Marketing Edge on TV is a leading initiative in the business of brand management and in the management of brand business. It is a 30-minute awesome package that comprises brand news, branding focus, and industry conversation, all in a mix, encompassing thorough and in-depth analysis aimed at promoting the brand idea. I am Bababumi Agbibi. Welcome to the program.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
We begin with brand news, where we bring you the latest developments around brands and in the field of marketing and advertising in Nigeria and around the world. Retinad Limited has launched an AI-driven media monitoring and audience measurement platform to transform out-of-home advertising in Africa. At the unveiling in Lagos, founder and chairman Abiodun Iderewumi highlighted the platform's role in tackling key industry challenges, including data scarcity, compliance, and independent monitoring. Retinat's technology provides real-time audience insights, tracking not just impressions, but also demographics and engagement levels. Professionals across Nigeria's integrated marketing communications (IMC) industry have opened up on the unique challenges affecting their respective sectors and the strategies they are employing to navigate them. From advertising and public relations to digital marketing and media buying, these experts highlight evolving consumer behavior, technological disruptions, regulatory hurdles, and market competition as key concerns.
A lot of us still see regulators as I see my regulators as my partners, whether internal or external regulators as my partners, and they're doing a great job trying to make sure that the landscape, the environment is conducive for our business. You know, there are a lot of charlatanism that exists in our business. So a lot of one-man shows, people who are not even readily registered. They don't even have the knowledge to do the business. So that is also, one tiny spot that is really bedeviling our industry.
We do need better regulation. I'm going to say it. Like I said, there's a lot of fake news, and nobody seems to be thinking about it. It almost a sense of, we can't do anything about it. But I think that we can. If some platform or some organization puts out a story that is not true, I think the least that the regulatory bodies can do is actually provide some sort of stern deterrents. But what happens is that there are no deterrents. People say things that are very untrue or write stories that are half-baked.
The global radio market is set for steady growth, with a projected increase of $9.29 billion between 2024 and 2029, at a CAGR of 3.2%, according to marketresearch.com. Key drivers include the rise of online radio services, growing smartphone penetration, and wider internet access. Social media promotions and the integration of traditional broadcasting with digital platforms are also fueling expansion. Additionally, the increasing use of digital radios and in-car streaming services is enhancing consumer engagement, shaping the future of the industry. Next is Branding Focus after this break.
I love you too, and I'm going to miss you.
Have a safe trip.
I'm in Dubai.
Stay connected to what matters. Enjoy affordable rates with Glow Data roaming bundles when you travel abroad and no bills shock. Dial *312# and select 5 to choose your data roaming bundle.
You can't believe how beautiful this place is. Look.
For 5,000 naira, you get 125 megabytes. For 10,000 naira, you get 1 gigabyte. And for 25,000 naira, you get 2.5 gigabytes.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Now, brand in focus. Retail media networks are changing the advertising landscape, enabling brands to leverage retailers' first-party data for precise targeting. Experts highlight that integrating in-store promotions, e-commerce placements, and social media campaigns can significantly enhance visibility and engagement. With African e-commerce projected to reach $180 billion by 2025, brands have a growing opportunity to scale their businesses. By refining data-driven strategies, they can optimize ad spend, improve targeting, and maximize return on investment. Experts emphasize that contextual and relevant content is key to capturing consumer attention. Using data insights, brands can create ads that resonate better, increasing conversions and strengthening customer relationships. Retail media networks are now more than just an advertising tool. They serve as a catalyst for driving sales, influencing purchase decisions, and ensuring brand visibility across multiple touch points. That was Branding Focus. Next is Industry Conversation, where we discuss with industry thought leaders who have distinguished themselves and have made tremendous impact in their chosen field. Today, we'll be having the concluding part of our conversation with YOMI BADEJO OKUSANYA. Join us after this break.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
I have the lead partner, CMC Connect LLP, Perception Consulting, YOMI BADEJO OKUSANYA, fondly called YBO. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, great to have you. Now, can you share some of your success stories? CMC Connect LLP, success stories, or maybe case studies that have made you thrive.
One, they're clients, and because of confidentiality reasons, I may not be able to tell you exactly what. But one of key interest to us is one of the services we are launching this month, which is our crisis communication and management services. And we've done quite a bit in that area. We realize that, a lot of people say they can do it, but it takes it's a very specialized service. And we are having a growing portfolio in that area. And we've handled quite a bit of crisis issues. Some members of my team are not here today because they're out of Lagos handling a crisis issue. Some of the success stories, we've handled crisis in the area of plane crash. We've handled, maybe product issues, maybe reputation challenges, and so on and so forth, which I am not at liberty to talk about. But we are very excited about our growing crisis management and communication portfolio. There's a lot of focus on it, and you'll be surprised at the amount of crisis that is happening in the nation. And sometimes the brief for our crisis comes outside Nigeria. In fact, a lot of times it comes from outside the country.
Okay, so what are the common challenges you face during business transformative ideas, and how do you overcome these challenges?
That's a tough one. Again, the appreciation of the work that we do by our clients. So some clients think that it's a magic wand. It's not exactly like that. So we've got to be able to take them along. And many times some clients are not knowledgeable in the workings of communication. Why can't this happen? Why does that happen? And so on and so forth. So we've had a lot of, we've done a lot to try and, let me use the word, educate our clients and tell them what is possible and what is not realistic. We've also had the challenge of the way the business is funded. So most clients in this climb tell you to go and work and then they pay you later. Yeah. And then you find out that in an area or in an environment where you don't get credit is very difficult. So you've got to spend your money in doing that. And a lot of clients are not, what's the word I'd like to use? They can take their time in paying you. So you find sometimes delay in payment in 30 days, sometimes 60 days. Some of them go up to 120 days and so on and so forth.
Okay, so you talked about finances in this climb. What role do you think the government should play? Maybe as grants, loans to PR agencies in achieving optimum creativity?
Well, I would probably not talk about just PR agencies. The economy in itself must be inflated. There's, I'm a Yoruba man, and then there's this adage that they say that Ijonru, Afa Ansora, Alufa Ansora. What does that mean? It means that the congregation is lean and the pastor is gaining weight. There's something wrong in there. So, and I'm using that as an analogy. I'm not talking about any religion or any church. So if the government can make sure that the economy is right side up and this economy begins to grow in leaps and bounds, we will benefit from it. Because there will be an increased demand for our work, and therefore we will be able to grow with the economy, which is one of the reasons why I'm saying that marketing communication, I don't want to use the word agencies, because we don't consider ourselves as an agency. We consider ourselves as a consulting firm. So the way we just consult in the area of perception, and we want to be an integral part of your business, which means that from the time that you are designing your business, or from the time you are making the plans for the year, we want to be in the room. Just like the accountants are in the room, just like your chief engineer, or if you're a manufacturing firm, is in the room, just like your HR is in the room, we also must be in that room to help you shape your plan for the year or your plan for your business, so that we are not an afterthought. We are not then you spend so much of or you run into a problem and then that's when you start thinking, let me run to a CMC so that they can help me sort this out. No, that's not what we want. What we want is to be in the room from the very beginning, because we are strategic partners. We are not vendors, so to speak, in the strict sense of it. Now, why do we reject the word or reject the appellation agency? Who is an agency? An agency is somebody that, at best, the value is in you receive something and you deliver it. So a post office is an agency. When you take your letter to a post office, does the postman or the post office, do they read the letter? No, they pick it and they give it to somebody. We don't want to be like that. We want to add value. And yes, I think that's the word where we're going. We want to add critical value to the business. And the value we add, to be honest with you, because of the training we have had, goes beyond communication. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
We can work with communication. That's fine. Maybe that's 20% of what we do. How about policy? Everything that happens emanates from a government policy. Government, if they came up with a policy and said, you know what, no more magazines, no more television programs, it would affect your business. it would affect, no matter how ridiculous that policy. So there's a lot of work we can do in that area, ensuring that the right kind of policy is enacted that will support the growth of business. So our business is far beyond just talking communication. Nowadays we are talking about ESG. What they call it, I think it's environment, sustainability and governance. It goes just beyond communication. Communication is just one of the aspects of what we do or we're trained to do, but we do far beyond communication.
Let's talk about your awards. Now, your firm won 2 awards recently. Now, what do these awards mean to the firm? How is it, spurring growth for the firm?
Okay. Let me put it like this. I got an email from a gentleman, I think his name is Jesu something, who interned with us. I didn't even remember him. I just saw it in the mail, and he congratulated us, this was about 2-3 weeks ago, on the award. And he said it inspired him so much because he was with us when I gave the mandate that this year we must win some significant awards. And that he's no longer with us, but when he heard that we won the awards, it inspired him that you can actually set a vision for yourself and achieve it. So what has he done? It is like an elixir to us. It has excited us. And then it has challenged us to do more. Already we're thinking that what can we do to increase, to sustain and increase the hall at the end of this year.
Oh, okay. Now, I know infusion is a big part of your 2025.
Yes.
But what are your priorities aside that for 2025? Or are they all mixed into infusion?
It encompasses everything. If we have a strategic document for infusion growth, it's called Infusion Growth 2025. The sum total of it is our ability to provide better service for our clients, because only then would we be able to command the kind of respect we want. Ultimately, what we are desiring is trust, because it's said that trust is the license you need to operate. So what we are looking for is that by all the improvement that we infuse, it would engender greater trust amongst our key stakeholders, especially our clients, who would then give us a lot more of their business. They would refer us a lot more, and then there's a lot of cross-marketing that will go on. I'm always telling them here that it's like you having a mechanic that you trust, and all he actually does is a mechanic, a traditional mechanic. But because he does so well for you, increasingly you begin to trust him, and one day he comes for the car and you say, oh, by the way, Tunde or whoever, whatever his name is, my AC is not working. Can you make it work? Did he tell you he's an AC mechanic? No. Then you say to him, oh, guess what? The door is not opening well, or the windows are not rolling down. He's not a panel beater. But because you have transferred trust, his competencies in an area has earned him trust in another area, and you are ready to try him in those areas. So a lot of us, when you give your cars to the mechanic, you even give it to one person, and he's the one that does, he then subcontracts. So in that way, there's a lot of cross-marketing that has gone on. He earned some fees for fixing the AC, earned some fees for fixing, panel beating the car, and whatever other electrical, what we call the electrician, he earned some fees. It's not his own competence, area of strong competence, but you've transferred that trust. So we also want to get to the area of that level of competence, that trust will be imposed in areas that traditionally you may think are not public relations focus.
Okay, during our conversation, I've noticed you love to see the bigger picture of things. Now, what do you see as the future for marketing communications in Nigeria?
And that's a big question. Well, I think that there's going to be a lot more investment in it. It's come to stay. There's a lot of struggling going on right now, and that has to do with the restrictive economy. But you know what? This economy is going to rebound, whether we like it or not. And I'm not a prophet. You know, it's just, you know, even there's an adage that when you get down, there's nowhere else to go but to come up. There are certain indices that must be fixed, and once those indices are right, the economy will inflate again. Don't forget that we're over 200 and something million people, and that's a huge market. All we need to do is that empower that market, and we will see that it would rise again. If we can get our real sector going, which is, for instance, the manufacturing base for the country, if we can deal with the issue of power, if we can deal with the issue of multiple taxes, if we can deal with the issue of making the investment attractive to foreign, we can attract some foreign direct investment, I believe that the economy will rebound. And when that economy rebounds, you had better, we as marketing communication operators, we had better be ready. During the challenges we had for the economy, I kept on telling my people, make sure your head is above water. Because when this thing rebounds, those who have drowned or at the bottom of the ocean, it will take them a long time to get back up to compete. So always make sure that one way or the other, you keep your head above water. There's something they call treading water. You know, you may not be swimming leisurely, but just make sure your head is above water. Because once the economy rebounds, then bingo, you are one of the first recipients. You are one of the first people, you know, the market will knock on their door and say, please come and help me do this.
Okay, so CMC Connect LLP is ready for the ever-changing landscape?
More than ready.
Oh,
more than ready.
Okay,
more
so
than
what
ready.
are
We spend a lot of our time strategizing on, you know, scenarios, where we ought to be, where we are at now, and, you know, how do we match our reality with our vision. We spend a whole lot of time, and that responsibility falls on my office, on my office here, and so we spend a whole lot of time doing that.
Okay, without revealing too much, tell us some exciting projects that the CMC Connect LLP has in stock in this new year.
Well, I mean, that will be revealing.
Okay.
And again, we don't work for ourselves. We work for clients. So sharing that information will be sharing the information of clients. But I can tell you that there are some significant things that we're doing that we're very excited about. I've shared one with you, which is we're launching our crisis. It's called Crisis X. Crisis X. And it's our specialized crisis management and communication service. Nobody, to the best of my knowledge, has chested out in that area. And crises happen every day. As we speak, maybe we're managing about 3 or 4 crises. And so we're coming out with that, whereby, and crisis doesn't necessarily have to be when it hits the fan. You know what I mean when they say hits the fan. You can prevent it, or you can plan for when the crisis comes. So our crisis plan is a 4-step thing where we do audit, what we call a risk audit. Then we prepare a plan just in case of, eventuality, and then we manage the crisis when it comes up, and then we then also recover the brand or the reputation post managing the crisis. A lot of our work, the best thing is for the crisis not to happen, and then the next best thing is for you to have a plan when it happens.
Are you tired?
No, I'm too impassioned to be tired. I mean, sometimes I feel a bit, are you getting enough? What you're putting in, is it commensurate with what you're getting out? But that ship has sailed. I cannot be a lawyer anymore. I cannot be a banker. I cannot be an engineer. I am what I am. And I usually say that you can only move from where you are. You cannot move from where you were, or you cannot move from where you will be. So here I am. I must make the best of it. I enjoy it. So I'm so passionate about it, especially when it comes to public relations, that I'm too driven to be tired. You understand? I wake up. When I'm sleeping, I'm thinking. When I'm sleeping, things are coming to me, and I can hardly wait to wake up so that I can go and implement those things. So no, I'm not tired.
Thank you for joining us. It's been an interesting conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I've been speaking with the lead partner, CMC Connect LLP, Perception Consulting, YOMI BADEJO Kunsoya, fondly known as YBO. Many thanks for watching. I am Bababumi Agbibi.
The following is a paid presentation by ShopX TV.
Tired of spending endless hours in the kitchen? Struggling with bulky appliances? Cooking should be a delight, not a chore. Tired of messy cleanups from kitchen tools that never seem to perform as expected? Do you wish there was a single solution to handle all your blending, chopping, and grinding needs? Introducing the Cook X 4-in-1 Blender, the ultimate kitchen tool to revolutionize your cooking. It's a food processor, mixer, grinder, and blender, all in one. The incredible Cook X 4-in-1 blender comes with 3 versatile cup sizes, each tailored to handle a specific task perfectly. The Cook X 4-in-1 blender elevates your cooking, allowing you to effortlessly create truly smooth smoothies. No more stopping, stirring, or straining. Just smooth, consistent results every time. This adaptable blender includes 3 convenient cup sizes, each designed for specific tasks to simplify your life. First, the 650 milliliter cup, the 450 milliliter cup, and the 1.8 liter cup. Additionally, the Cook X 4-in-1 blender features a convenient filter, allowing you to create smooth, pulp-free juices. The secret of the Cook X blender lies in its 800-watt motor, combined with a precision extractor blade, providing the power to transform ordinary foods into extraordinary dishes. And multiple speeds give you complete control over any recipe you create. Savory stews, delicious egusi, perfectly blended beans for akara or moi moi, and everything in between.
The Cook X 4-in-1 blender has been a game changer for me. It takes the hassle out of meal prep and lets me whip up healthy treats for my family in no time.
The Cook X 4-in-1 blender is the only blender I use in my kitchen. Its variable speed control lets me achieve the exact texture I need for each dish.
The Cook X 4-in-1 blender is now available exclusively on ShopX TV. For a limited time, we're offering an exclusive flash sale with up to 39% off. Call now and get the Cook X 4-in-1 blender for 115,950 naira. That's a saving of over 100,000 naira. And remember, you won't just be getting the blender. There is more. Order now and you receive a premium knife set valued at 30,000 naira. Absolutely free. We'll also deliver the Cook X 4-in-1 blender to your door for free. But hurry, this flash sale is for a limited time only. Stock is running out fast, so don't miss this opportunity to upgrade your kitchen at an unbeatable price. Call now while stocks last.
Preceding is a paid presentation by ShopX TV.
There is always more to a story than the scribbled line. The part of a story that is not told casts a shadow. It's like the part of an object that is not reached by light. On TVC News, I'm able to explore the many angles there are to a story, talking to stakeholders, asking the difficult questions, and digging for facts. I believe the viewers are able to make a better decision if they're well informed and understand not just a part, but the complete story. TVC News, first with breaking news.